Hello. How is everyone?
Got a pretty cranky baby.
Oh no, that's okay. We like babies.
Not when they're cranky.
No. Lack of sleep. I thought he did lots of sleep. Hi, little man. Are you teething?
Yep.
Yeah. Chewing on those hands. That's a rough go. That's a rough time.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. Tonight is short and sweet because I'm not cranky, but I'm so tired that I'm like, I want to check in, see how everyone's doing, and then I'm going to advocate that we all go to bed early tonight because I need sleep. I am just.
He sleeps more than I do.
Don't they always though? These little buggers.
10 to 12 hours a night. Yeah.
I could not sleep that much if I dreamed of it. Brutal. Like jealous, Damien. A little jealous, just saying. But how are you, Brittany?
Oh, we'll have a bath soon.
Hey, I'm just cleaning up.
Everyone's having a great day. I'm just going to do a quick check on the Facebook group. Oh, here we go. Sam's leaving a comment. Just be a few minutes late, putting little one to bed. Okay, perfect. So we'll wait for Samantha to get here. Okay, perfect. Nobody else. Stacy Boothma will probably come in a few minutes late. And okay, let's just let everyone come in. So yeah, how's everyone feeling about the challenge and just everything, life, anything you want to share? I'm all ears for you. But no pressure.
With what I've been going through, I'm surprised I still get my exercise in.
Good for you. That's hard. That's a really stressful time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as long as the exercise is hopefully like maybe it's somewhat therapeutic, like beneficial, like it's keeping your mind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for a little bit. Oh, there's Trish. Trish. How are ya?
I'm okay.
Okay. I think everyone's on the tired end today. We're all feeling a little burnt out, I think. I know I am. But okay, we'll wait until 8:05. Okay, one more minute and then we'll get started. I don't have any notes today, but I know what I want to talk about. And like I said, just very brief call because I'm just being totally honest. Like I am wiped. I'm tired. I just want to go to bed. So that's me being totally honest with you guys with how I'm feeling today. Good mood, just tired. I can see it in my freaking eyes everywhere. Yeah. The 2 nights I had planned to get, I got more sleep last night, but it still got to bed late, which I didn't like. But, such is life. So I'll do one more check of the Facebook group and we'll give it 30 more seconds. Okay. All righty. Just gonna search for one thing. Oh. Thank you so much. Okay, almost ready, guys. Okay, let's get started. Oh, who joined? Samantha. Perfect. Stacy. Oh, and Samantha. Hey, Sam. And okay, both Stacy's are here now. Perfect. There. Yay. All right. How are you guys doing?
Good. I had an interview today.
How'd it go?
Good. So hopefully I'll know by Monday, which would be a lot better.
Yeah, good. What about you, Stacy? I don't know if she.
Okay.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah, working through the motions.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a name of a therapist from a friend. So I'm hoping to get in to see her this week.
Good. Good. You know me, I'm a huge advocate for therapy. My therapist is like turning to my best friend. So poor guy's gonna make a killing off me. But it's the best. So especially once you find someone that you jive with, that's a big one. I had to like go through multiple before I found one that I liked. So
That's the hardest part of it.
yeah, it really is. It really is. Because it can feel like kind of daunting if you go through one or two and you're just like, oh, holy fuck. Like, I remember there was one I had my first session with her and I was like, eh. And then I went to my second one and I was like in her waiting room and I'm like, I don't even want to fucking be here. I don't even want to talk to this woman. I don't want to and I just walked out. Like she like called me and I felt really shitty after, but I'm like, whatever. I just like didn't go back. It's like, but no, it's good. If you can find one that you fuck with, that's good. But we will get going on our call. So basically what I wanted to talk about is because like we haven't dived too deep into affirmations in this group quite yet. I think it's kind of been like brushed on the surface. But you could almost kind of say that the I am challenge is kind of turning into like an affirmation kind of challenge. And the really cool thing is we've been at it for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like 3 days now. And something that I've noticed is like the tone of them is changing. Like not that they started negative, but I'm finding like the overall vibe I get from the IMs right now is like they're just like they keep going up. Like it's really cool. It seems like there's maybe some like, I don't know, like self-discovery going on, but I think the change in the tone behind some of the IMs especially from certain people and like those of you who've messaged me privately, I see a positive shift. That's I guess what I'm trying to say is I see a positive shift, which I'm really happy about. So that was why I want this one to be a 2-week one, because this is kind of me trying to reaffirm like the power of affirmations, because like you guys are tuning into how you feel. And it's really, and like, look at the one thing that stuck out to me the most was ever since we started the IM was all the fucking progress photos that are going up. So well done. I think that was really cool. Like people were suddenly feeling a lot more safe to be vulnerable. And so that's really special to me. So thank you. So I'm glad that happened. So the reason I bring up affirmations is because I want to remind everyone that negative affirmations are still affirmations. So even if you're not intending it to be affirmed, when we ruminate on things, we're affirming them. So it's like every time you say, I just don't think this is going to happen for me, affirmed it. I'll probably just go back to all my old ways. Yeah, you're affirming it. You more than likely will, like 90% chance you will, because that's what you keep putting out there. So my belief through different trainings, teachings, mentors, teachers, humans I've crossed paths with, I'm a firm believer. I'm definitely I'm not a religious person by any means, but I'm definitely a spiritual person and like believe in energy and stuff like that. And I wholeheartedly believe that whatever we conspire to do, universe works in conjunction with us to make sure that happens. That absolutely can go for negative, because if that's all you're putting out there, well, it's like, well, then that's all I'm going to fucking give you back. So, and this can be translated into like so many other parts of our lives. Like relationships, like say you had a terrible experience with an ex and they cheated on you. So then your next relationship comes around and they seem all right. And what are you saying there, Trish? Trish, I feel like maybe you hit enter too early. But so it's like, okay, so maybe you got cheated on. Then you go into your next relationship and you just expect everyone's a cheater. Everyone's a cheater. There's probably a good chance you'll either A, get cheated on again because you're just expecting it to happen, or just the relationship just won't go well because you're entering it in a negative headspace of just expecting it to be garbage. So yeah, it'll absolutely probably turn out to be garbage. So with weight loss journey and fat loss journey and stuff like that, lifestyle goals, I know it can be hard on a bad day to not get stuck in like whirlwinds of thoughts or wanting to give up or wanting to eat yourself to being sick because you're just over it. Believe me, I wanted to do that today. Full disclosure. There's like toddler snacks in this house there's a great book called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne, which is all about gratitude and mindset. Ooh, I'm gonna check that out. Thank you, Trisha. Yeah, because like we're gonna get all hippy dippy here, but I really do believe in this stuff. We're all so connected, right? So it's like we're not just us, we're like us, but we're like all of us on this call, we're connected on a universal energetic level, and we're connected to the earth, and we're connected, like everything goes together, right? So what we put into it is what we're going to get back from it. So that's why, like, sometimes when I get messages, and I always hope that my responses don't come out as like bullying or me trying to make you feel bad or anything like that. But it's like when I hear like a ramble happening and I can just see the spiral of negativity happening, it's like, that's why it's like, no, stop. I'm going to stop you right there. Because it's like, stop. Because if you're just going to keep spiraling into that negativity, that's just going to be what you keep producing, right? So I really want everyone to stay focused heavily on the I Am challenge. And I challenge you to every day when we wake up, we're going to write 3 things that we're grateful for and 3 affirmations, okay? So this isn't part of the challenge, but you can post it with your challenge post. So I'm going to put this in the chat. So 3 affirmations and 3 things you're grateful for. This is the minimum. You can do more than that, but this is the minimum. Can be posted with your I am. But however, the affirmations and the gratitude, write them out by hand. Don't type them. Write them on paper. I think there's something to be said for that action of like pen to paper, like thought to paper. And I think it helps to reaffirm it even more, right? It's kind of like when we're in school or something, like a teacher taught me, like, she would always repeat stuff 3 times because like 3 times you're more likely to remember it. And they've also just proven that like writing stuff down, more likely to remember it, right? So 3 affirmations, 3 things you're grateful for. I challenge you to do this every morning that you wake up. And then this is going to kind of be the beginning of your morning routine if you don't have a consistent one yet. I think it would be important to make this a non-negotiable. That's just my opinion. However, let's make it a non-negotiable anyway. You don't have to share what they are, especially maybe if you put something down that's a little more personal and you just don't want to share it with the group. That's fine. You don't have to at all. But I just think there's I think this is the first step. If you're someone who notoriously gets on a bad thought and you spiral with it, and then it causes you to abandon your goals and just be like, no, I'm done. Fuck it, I give up. This is the first step to overcoming that. Flipping the script. Literally flipping the script. And it's hard, really hard. We were on a coaching call in 10K on Monday, and we were talking about affirmation. We were mostly talking about morning routine, but affirmations came up. And this one girl, she came on, she's like, I have tried affirmations, and she's like, they just don't work for me. They don't work for me. I don't like them. I don't think there's any power in them, blah, 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 blah. She's going offside why affirmations don't work. And that's why she doesn't do them. And that's where and that's where this topic of this call came to me. And I remember I typed it in the comments of this coaching call and I was like, yeah, because your negative affirmations are still affirmations. And it was just kind of like, of course they don't work for you. You've told yourself over and over and over and over and over and over, they don't fucking work for you. So how do you expect them to work for you? Right? So she's affirmed it. She's affirmed that affirmations are garbage in her opinion. So I'm here to prove that we're going to do the opposite. And literally, this can be like, you can put these everywhere, like sticky notes. I don't know if I've talked about that with this group, but I know I have with the other group. Sticky notes. Like buy some sticky notes. Put that shit all over your house. Like from sitting right where I am, I can see on my cupboard, there's a sticky note with a 1 on it, because, well, I was a week out. I got to change that. I have another one that says, are you bored? Are you sad? Are you stressed? So it's kind of like to stop me at the cupboard, just being like, why am I coming up here? There's another one that says, just keep going. There's another one that says confidence, because my confidence, like in general, that's always a tough one, but like really with getting on stage. I have one on my fridge that I can see, and it says, imagine how it would feel to hit 7 days straight of macros. Those are the only ones I can see from here. I used to have photos of my transformation challenge winning photos up in my kitchen, like, because for me, the kitchen is my hard spot. It's where I go to binge. I get bored, I go to the kitchen. I'm tired, I go to the kitchen. I'm making something for Isaac, I snack. So it's like I need all these visual reminders. I have one inside my cupboard that when you open it, because it's like Isaac's like section, it's like, you sure you want to eat that? So it's like just kind of stopping me, like, and it forces me to like take a second thought. So it's like these affirmations were prep driven. So like whatever yours are, make them accordingly. For a business thing, like I actually just recently sold my TV and canceled cable and Netflix. However, when I had it on my remotes, I'd be like, did you earn this yet? Kind of being like, should you maybe be putting another half hour into your business, or do you actually have, like, did you actually earn it, Online Fitness Coach, to watch the show for an hour? 9 out of 10 times, no. I was just wanting to watch TV. Who doesn't want to at like 8 o'clock at night after a long day? Waking up in the morning. My bed, because I'm too fucking lazy to go buy a bed frame. And when Matt moved out, the bed frame was his. So my bed's on the floor. I know, it's embarrassing. Anyway, but because it's so low and there's this part of my wall that sticks out, when I turn over and I turn my head, there's 3 sticky notes, and one says, you're gonna be fucking tired. Just because it's like, I have not earned the freedom to sleep in yet. So it's like, you're gonna be fucking tired. Get up. Another one that I put is impact over income, because the impact that I want to have on people's lives is more important than like the money that I want to make. You know what I mean? Like I want to change your lives first. Money's the bonus kind of thing, you know? So it's like focusing on that impact, focus on changing lives. And then the other one that I have up there is, what was it? You're going to be tired. Oh, I think it was just it was, you haven't earned it yet. Like, you haven't earned it yet. That's the one. You haven't earned it yet. That's what I always tell myself. You have not earned this yet. So whatever you need to do to make it relatable to you and what you're trying to achieve right now, it could even be something like, just maybe it has nothing to do with the goals of what brought you to this group. Maybe it's things like, Samantha, the job. Maybe it's, how could you make it? Because the thing with affirmations too is you want to speak them as though they are already happening. That's the biggest thing. So for like your job, it could be like, I am working in a positive work environment, or I work for someone who treats their employees with respect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, affirm it. Like, put it out there and affirm it. Stacy, like, I'm going to find a therapist who is perfect for me. Or there's the therapist I'm going to, like, you know what I mean? Like, just like make it for what you need and affirm it every single day until it's true, and then reaffirm it and keep going with that. Because I promise you, if you're consistent with it, it works. And I find when they're posted around, you almost read them without even realizing you're reading them, if that makes sense. Like when I did prep at my old apartment, I printed all these different things. Like my apartment was littered for that 16-week prep. There was stuff above my closet. There was stuff on the fridge. There was stuff in the fridge. There was stuff on the cupboard. There was stuff at the front door. There was stuff on the mirrors. And it was just like, I don't even think 9 out of 10 times, I don't even think I was intentionally walking up to reading them. I think I just passed them. And I know I was reading them throughout the whole day. Like it would like one of my favorite ones I know in my room, there was one that said like just a woman becoming obsessed with loving herself or something like that, or just a woman becoming obsessed with her own body, different stuff like that. So making it totally about you. So if you find yourself starting to ruminate in a negative thought pattern, which guys, it happens, man. And I don't say this as though I don't. Fuck, I was in one like all day today, all day. All my cardio, I was like bitching inside my head, just telling myself like, this is fucking not worth it. It is worth it. It's just one bad day and my legs were very sore and I was extremely tired. So my inner asshole was just screaming at me to leave. It's easy to get caught in a pattern, and it's also way harder to sit with the decision to change it, like to accept what is and then decide to take the steps to move forward. So that's when doing this every single day is so important, because the more you do it, the times where you do start to fall into negative headspace, you're going to catch yourself so much faster and you're going to stop yourself so much faster. So negative affirmations are still affirmations. Let's not do that. We can reflect, but let's not ruminate. Ruminating is very unhealthy. Reflection, that leads to, say, like a solution-based thought at the end, like something to, reflection that ends in like positivity, learning from whatever you were potentially going to ruminate on. And then I challenge you every day to wake up and write down a minimum of 3 affirmations and 3 things you're grateful for. And if you find yourself like word vomiting and you get like 20 affirmations and like 15 things you're grateful for, go for it. Go with it. Just make 3 and 3 your minimum, like your bare minimum. If you wake up one day and you're like, fuck, Christina, like I only have 1 of each, then just do 1 of each. Just do 1 of each, because 1 is better than none, 1%, right? Progress, a little progress over a long period of time. Doing that 1 every day. Because think about it, like it's so easy for people to just be like, oh, that don't work. It's like, yeah, but imagine if you did 1 affirmation every single day for a year and like heavily focused on that 1 positive affirmation every single day for a year. That would compound to something big over time. And you'd probably, long before a year comes up, you'd have way more than 1 affirmation or 1 gratitude thing that you'd be going off of. So that's it. That's all I have. I just really wanted to hammer in the just not getting sucked into our like, like what would you call it? Like our movie reel thoughts. It's like, it's hard. It's super hard. Life happens. I know a few of you in this group are going through some big shit right now. So it's like, sit with those feelings, because like honor them, because if you don't sit with those feelings, you're completely invalidating them and then you're never going to work through them. So sit with them. Just don't sit with them for like 5 days, and know that you're going to have to fight the internal chatter in your head, like probably minute to minute. And that's normal. That doesn't make you weak. That doesn't make you less than, that doesn't make you less motivated than somebody else in this group. Like, it's just that's literally so normal. So, yeah, that's all I got. If anyone wants to add anything, I love to chat with you. Yeah.
I have a sticker in my fridge that says, shut the damn fridge, you're just bored.
Yeah, that's an awesome one. I love that. Love that. What are you gonna say, Sam?
I was just thinking like every day I just wake up and I think, I'm grateful to be alive, grateful for my kids. I'm strong for where I am.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then every time you feel like weak for a second, like that's why I say write it down. Because when you have a moment of weakness, like go back, go read it. There was a podcast I sent to Rachel, I think, in the group the other day. And it was one that my business mentor wrote. And he was talking about your inner critic. How like the chatter in your head can just get so overwhelming. Like I have probably like this, it's probably like a 20 or 30-minute podcast, but I've probably listened to it so many times. And I remember the day he always live records the podcast. And I remember the day he recorded it, like when he said this line, I started to cry because I was like, oh, it's just what I needed. Because I was just in a funk. And he's like, he was getting like really passionate in this podcast. And he's like, when your inner critic gets so loud that you can't hear yourself think, he goes, wake up and remember who the fuck you are. I was like, oh, that's right. And he's like, and when that happens, he's like, I want you to grab a piece of paper. And he's like, and write down all the awesome, amazing shit that you did in the last 30 days. Like, no matter how big or small, like what are some things that you accomplished in the last 30 days? Like, wake up, remember who the fuck you are. Like, you do shit, a lot of shit. You're probably just not giving yourself enough credit for it. Even if it's not in the last 30 days, what did you do in the last year that got you to where you are now? So like, shutting off your internal chatter is like 90% of the battle of all this stuff, all of it. So
I did cognitive behavioral therapy with my therapist, and that helped with me ruminating. It was like the best thing ever.
yeah. So wait, what specifically helped you with ruminating?
So it's called cognitive behavioral therapy. So it's like kind of rewiring your brain and learning how not to ruminate.
Yeah, that's awesome. CBT for people. That's it's true, but that you literally just said it too. Like the affirmations is because I want you to rewire your brain. I want you to wire your inner chatter, right? And this is just a very simple way to do it. You gotta just do it consistently. Consistently. But it's true. It's no different than someone having habits and patterns for 20 years. I just find, just because of the group run, it's the easiest to refer back to is like a weight loss journey. Take someone who has 20 years of built up patterns and they join a program and they wonder why, like they join, they're motivated the first day. And then it's like, well, I can't fucking do this. Like, it's too hard. Well, now I'm not motivated. It's like, yes, because you can't change 20 years of built up patterns in just because you signed up for a program. Like, you have to, like, that takes work. Like, I remember when I was actually in a personal training course and there was this guy and he was so irritating because he was so ego. Like, he was just so like, well, I will give you the meal plan and I'll tell you how to work out and just fucking do it. And it's like, yeah, no, it's not that easy because like he wasn't even invested in the fact that there could be emotional stuff tied behind it. It was just like, no, here's the workouts, here's the food, see the results. And it's like, if it was that easy, there'd be no niche for fucking online coaches. There'd be no personal trainers. There would just be gym owners and grocery stores. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if we all could figure it out and it was simple, like, why would we pay a personal trainer $60 an hour to like oversee us doing exercise? Like, no. So, and I remember I hated that because they were like, no, dude. They're like, you're taking people with like 20 plus years of like habitual ways of eating. Because even if we do something that's detrimental or negative, if you do it every single day, it's still a habit. It's just a bad habit. Those are just as hard to break as it is to build a new good one. So yeah, like it's literally rewiring what we know through and through. So, and that can be hard. So, and a little painful. Like, let's be real. But I mean, for me, during prep, for me, it's like it's my disordered eating likes to come back when I'm in prep. It starts to mess with my head really bad. And if I don't check in with my coaches, then suddenly my check-ins start to slide. And then they're like, where did you go? And it's just like, oh, just like hiding behind my Cheetos. But you know, so it's like it's hard because I'd spent like 10, 15 years with those disordered eating habits of like planning when I could stuff my face and then go vomit it all up. And it's like it was like a nice fun weekend ritual, except it wasn't fun and it left me feeling like a bag of shit. So it's tough. It's super fucking tough. But that's really cool that you do the CBT. I like that. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, but if anyone else has anything they'd love to share, you guys know I'd always love to hear it. Hi, Jake. I see you peeking in there. We missed our man. What's up?
Like, wait, can they see me?
Yeah, of course we can see you. That's so funny. This is Jake, everyone. Jake. Alrighty. But I'll post the replay in the group. I'll go really slow with my computer because I don't know what the fuck happened last time. I was trying to rename it and all of a sudden like I clicked something and it was just like poof, and it just like disappeared and I'm like, what? Like, why? That's a massive ass bag of protein. Holy shit. But yeah, I'll make a post in the group. So 3 affirmations, 3 things you're grateful for every single day. You can choose or choose not to post it with your I am challenge. And that's all I got. That's all I got. So it was lovely to see all of you. I hope this was beneficial. And yeah, keep posting in the group. I'm really enjoying it. The IMs have been really good. So yeah. I love you guys and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Jake. See you guys. Bye, Trisha. Bye, Stacy. Bye, Brittany. Have the best night, guys.